road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picked, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh. And know they love you. And you of tender years can't know the fears that your elders grew by, and so please help them with your youth. They see the truth before they can die. Teach your parents well, their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picked, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh. And know they love you. Who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picked, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh. And know they love you. And you of tender years.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our summer town hall. Hope you're all enjoying your summer and having some downtime with family and friends. And let's start today by introducing our senior leadership team. Jen?
Jen Bauer, good afternoon. I'm Executive Vice President of Management Operations, and we can't forget Jim.
Thanks, Jen. Jim Haley, Principal of Urban Practice.
Matt Sullivan, COO.
Joe Purcell.
Mark Morgan,
Mark Biancucci.
Mick Flanagan,
Jonathan Labansky.
Ryan Harmon.
Sorry, Jim. I swear, Jim was over there like 5 seconds. While the music was playing, he switched seats. But, all right, so we're gonna go to our participating sites as we always do. We're gonna have a little twist this time and show a video of the properties and do a little video tour of the participating sites. And it gives us a chance, gives everyone a chance to show off all the hard work and all the good things that Michaels does every single day in lifting lives at our properties. So let's start with Victory Commons here in New Jersey.
Yo-yo.
Yeah.
Welcome to Victory Commons, located right in Voorhees, New Jersey, near the Jersey Shore. Victory is a brand new 81-unit, full tax credit family site. We fully leased up right before the ball dropped on New Year's Eve, starting 2026 off right. My name is Valerie Steves. My super Amir is right back there, along with the rest of my team, Kevin and Margot. We also have our senior VP, Heather Ludy. We want to shout out our regional vice president, Nitsia Chambers, who's going to be here today. Hey, we have our regional manager, Christine Boyle, along with the rest of all her PA and Phillies, her Jersey site.
Welcome to Victory Commons, a $30 million investment in people, opportunity, and the future of Voorhees Township. This vibrant 81-unit affordable housing community was thoughtfully developed for households earning 60% or less of the area median income, providing high-quality 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartment homes that are both accessible and built to last. Every detail was designed with residents in mind, from bright, modern interiors and functional floor plans to ample parking, a welcoming clubhouse, and community spaces that bring neighbors together. Victory Commons represents what successful community development looks like: strategic investment, strong partnerships, responsible stewardship, and lasting social impact. It's another example of the Michaels organization's commitment to delivering housing that strengthens neighborhoods, supports families, and creates value that extends well beyond the buildings themselves. Because when we invest in communities, we invest in people. Victory Commons, building opportunity, strengthening communities, lifting lives.
All right, now we're off to one of our newest student acquisitions in Buffalo, New York.
Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm Abby. I'm a community manager here at the Villas on Ranch, and we're so excited to have you here at the town hall today. I want you to introduce you to the team that you can expect to see around our community. First and foremost, we have Julia, our assistant manager, Lindsay, our leasing manager, Anlina, a community assistant, Gustavo, a community assistant, and Ayla, a community assistant. Last but not least, we have our maintenance team who are working hard right now to get our units ready for turn. Their names are Abdul, he's the maintenance supervisor, and CJ is our maintenance technician. They're a big help in making the property run smoothly. In 1 second, we have to brag for our team because we actually the first student housing property to hit 100% for the Michaels organization. And we did it way back early in April, and we're incredibly proud for that, and it really shows how dedicated our team is in the property to the amazing community. And one of the best things about living here is how close we are to UB. Seriously, you can just throw a stone and hit campus. But what really makes the villa special isn't just the location, it's the people. We can't wait to meet all of our new residents, get to know them, and create a place that feels like home. Our goal is to build a community where everyone feels welcome and a community that truly lifts lives by making people feel supported and connected. Welcome to the Villas on Ranch. We're so happy you're here.
Welcome to Villas on Wrench, where location meets opportunity. Just minutes from the University at Buffalo North Campus, this purpose-built student housing community is positioned in one of Amherst's most desirable locations. Step inside and you'll find what today's residents are looking for. Private bedrooms, private bathrooms, open concept living spaces designed for the way students live, study, and connect. But the experience doesn't stop at the front door. From a 24-hour fitness center, an academic success center, to a resident lounge, hot tub, and outdoor grilling spaces, Villas on Wrench offers amenities that elevate everyday living and help create a true sense of community. And when it comes to location, convenience is a competitive advantage. With a private shuttle to UB North Campus and easy access to shopping, dining, grocery stores, and entertainment. It's this combination of location, resident-focused design, and lifestyle-driven amenities that continues to make Villas on Wrench a standout community. More than student housing, Villas on Wrench is an investment in experience, connection, and long-term value. Live close, live connected, live your best college life. Welcome home to Villas on Wrench.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Michaels family. All right, we're going to go out west next to one of our military properties at Moffett Parks at Monterey.
Locking in coordinates, deorbiting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to Earth. Today, our celestial descent brings us down from space directly into California's Silicon Valley. We're touching down into a thriving residential haven built to ground and support those who protect our nation.
Welcome to Mountain View. I'm Josie Jimenez, Community Director of the Villages at Moffett and Parks. Whether you're navigating a cross-country military relocation or looking for a supportive home base, we're thrilled to welcome you to our atmosphere. Here at our main command deck, conveniently located on site at the historic Moffett Airfield, our mission control team is locked in to provide stellar service. Let me introduce our incredible community manager, Candace Young, and our facilities director, Danny Ryder, who keeps our infrastructure operating at peak performance. Our universe spans 2 distinct regions. Right here in Mountain View, we manage 316 beautiful homes. At Westcote Village, where about 67% of our community consists of active duty military personnel of all branches, Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, Air Force, and Space Force. Now, shift your coordinates 40 minutes inland to Dublin, California.
And here lies the Village at Camp Parks. Our stellar community manager, George Lizarraga, manages 114 spacious homes that are dedicated entirely to the service members at the Parks Reserve Forces Training Area. While our heroes focus on their vital training, our crew makes it our mission to ensure their families have a safe, grounded place to thrive. From the historic hangars of Moffett to the sunlit hills of Camp Parks, we are proud to give you a place to land. Mission accomplished, and welcome home.
At the Village at Camp Parks in Westcote Village, our mission is simple: to serve the families who serve our nation. These military housing communities are more than places to live. They're places where service members and their families can find stability, comfort, and a true sense of home throughout every stage of military life. Located at the Parks Reserve Forces Training Area in Dublin, California, the Village at Camp Parks offers spacious 3- and 4-bedroom homes, neighborhood playgrounds, and inviting community spaces designed to support military families. The community provides convenient access to schools, shopping, dining, and the Greater Bay Area, making everyday life more connected and convenient. Just minutes away, Westcote Village, located at Moffett Airfield in Mountain View, California, proudly serves active duty military families from every branch of the U.S. Armed Forces. Thoughtfully designed homes, open green spaces, and family-focused amenities create an environment where neighbors become friends, children can thrive, and lasting memories are made. Together, these communities deliver more than quality housing. They foster resilience, strengthen connections, and provide the stability military families deserve. Positioned in the heart of Northern California's Innovation Corridor, the community benefits from proximity to NASA Ames Research Center, Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, and Silicon Valley. For our residents, these communities represent peace of mind. For our military partners, they reflect trusted stewardship and an unwavering commitment to those who serve. At the Village at Camp Parks in Westcote Village, we're not just building neighborhoods, we are serving those who serve by building communities that families are proud to call home.
Thank you, Moffett Parks, and thank you for taking care of our service members and their families. As you all know, our owner and huge mentor of all of us passed away. Mike Levitt passed away last month at the age of 94. Mike had certainly a well-lived life. He touched many people. We had a celebration here in the home office about a month ago for him, and it was a really well done affair, and really just celebrated Mike's life. And there was much to be celebrated. For what he did for the organization, for what he did for so many people, and our mission of lifting lives, it comes directly from Mike and how he lived his life and how he affected and transcended others every single day. He surely will be missed. We miss him here at Michael's, his leadership, his support, his wisdom, and everything he gave to us, just the opportunities he gave to us. Mark Morgan is the next to me, is basically known Mike and his family his entire life, and Mark's got a few words for Mike's celebration.
Yeah, thank you, John. So, at Mike's memorial service, I had an opportunity to speak, and I focused on loyalty and generosity, and the loyalty and generosity that Mike Levitt showed to everyone, and especially the folks in this room, was just remarkable. And I think it's only appropriate we reflect a little bit as an organization on what he really meant to us as a founder, as our chairman, and just what he instilled in all of us. The thought of giving back and the mission that we have as an organization, the culture that we live here, all really came from Mike and what he started, 50 some years ago. I think back, for those of you who don't know, I spent more than half of my career here on the property management side. And during that time, I watched this company grow, and I watched Mike, reach a point where he felt he needed to give back. And suddenly we were seeing supportive services coming out on all the properties and directing money that could have flowed through to the company and into his pocket. He said, no, let's serve the residents that we house. And he put these great supportive service programs together. The neighborhood network centers were, when computers were just the hot commodity, and a lot of the folks who were economically challenged didn't have computers. And he was setting up computer learning centers in his properties all across the country, just recognized by HUD what a wonderful job it was to give those resources to our residents. And I thought I would just tell one quick story just about the way the man was. At the time, I was president of our affordable management company, and he came into my office one day and he said, Mark, I was reading an article where it said that a 10-year-old in an economically challenged household has a 50,000 word deficit than the rest of the world. And they said you never make that up in the course of their lives. He said, let's change that. He said, I want you to open up a preschool at our property and see if we can get a preschool going. And that was just him reading that and feeling that and saying, we got to do something. And unfortunately, if you've ever tried to open up a preschool, we tried to move heaven and earth, but logistics were just impossible to make it happen. But that's just kind of the man he was. And you look at the scholarships he gives, and the scholarship programs he gave. He certainly left a mark on all of us around this table, and a legacy and a mission for this organization. I think we all look forward to trying to strive to continue for as long as we're here, for sure. So rest in peace, Michael.
Thanks, Mark. We literally could spend hours and hours and hours in a tribute to Mike and how much he means to us and how much he means to the organizations and most importantly, the residents we serve. Literally the hundreds of thousands of people that Mike has touched and that's his legacy. I mean, literally changing generations, lifting lives for generations of families. Scholarship's an easy one to point to. It's, a lot of our scholarship recipients are the first in their families to go to college, and the impact that's going to have on their families for generations is just amazing. And Mike started all that. And Mike was a mentor of mine for lots and lots of years, and he became a very good friend and close to myself and my family, and just cannot thank him enough for what he's done for me personally. And going forward with Michael's and taking it to the next generation. I mean, his confidence and what he let us do as leaders is go try new things. The entrepreneurial spirit where Mike built the company, how he lived his life. Go out and try things. If you fail, get back up. I got your back, which is one of our core values. And again, comes from Mike. Always having your back and always having that support, and saying you have that support. What can you go accomplish? And from what we've accomplished here the last 20, 30 years is just amazing. And the legacy that this senior leadership team has for the next generation of leaders. And, just can't wait to see what happens in the next 20 to 30 years. And again, all that is a tribute to Mike and giving us the opportunities and his legacy. And it just goes on every single day. I mean, we're approaching almost, $25 million in scholarships this year. And his life will live on in the hearts of all our residents and in all our family here at Michael. So he'll surely be missed, but it's all our responsibility here at Michael's to continue that legacy of giving back and lifting lives. So part of one of another core values going out a little bit further is a tribute to Mike and his fishing adventures, where at one point in time he had the most marlin based fishing records in the entire world. And going out a little further means going to challenge yourself. Don't be happy with the status quo. What else can I get to? Where can I go? Where can I challenge myself and my team and to do this a little bit better and go out a little further and make things better for people? So here's a little tribute for Mike.
Hi, my name is Mike Levitt, and for those of you who don't know, my wife's name is Pat. I told Bob Sampson, who dreamt up the Achievers Summit, that was like my fishing. When I started out, I would fish in the bay, catch flounder and bass. And then I went out in the ocean, and within 5 miles out, I would catch bluefish. And then somebody said there were marlin out 25 miles offshore. So I said, well, let's go out a little further, which we did. We caught lots of marlin. We even went further all around the world, to Australia, Brazil, Africa, the Caribbean. We caught lots more marlin. 17 world records. And the International Game Fish Association inducted me into the World Fishing Hall of Fame, the greatest honor that's come to any fisherman. So I say to all you achievers, let's go out a little further. We're the #1 affordable housing developer, owner, and manager in the country. I'm so proud of you guys and girls. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's all go out a little further.
You'll see the video 1,000 times, and every time I say it, it chokes me up a little bit. And again, the impact Mike has had, and he truly lived that and definitely left his mark. And not only is Mike in the IGFA Fishing Hall of Fame, he was also inducted into the Affordable Housing Hall of Fame, 10 or 12 years ago. So Mike's professionalism and leisurely, and the two things he's certainly excelled at, he's both in the Hall of Fame. So it's quite an achievement. So it's a very nice tribute to Mike. And speaking of tributes, Joe Purcell here is stepping down as the CFO of the Michaels organization after 25 years. And Joe was also, prior to 25 years, he was also involved as the main auditor, the third-party auditor for Michaels for 15 years before that. So basically, Joe has 40 years invested in the Michaels organization. And Joe's decided to step down, not fully, just step down a little bit, just to work on his golf game. Joe's okay, good right now. But he decided he needs to take the next step and start golf a little more. But I just want to say thank you, Joe, for everything you've done. We certainly would not be where we are today without Joe being in a senior leadership position and a stalwart of our finances. I mean, over the years, we literally have billions of dollars of going through the organization, and I never gave it a second thought, trusting Joe, and he's a man of great integrity, and having that confidence and support and trust, allowed the rest of the senior leadership to go out and build the organization and did not have to worry about the finances, who was running it, and getting all those things done that nobody really saw, but Joe just did every single day. So Joe, you're surely going to be missed. He's not leaving. He's still going to be involved in the affordable piece of it, still going to be as the treasurer of the Michaels organization, still going to be involved in the Levitt family and all the charitable undertakings that Joe has. So Joe, thank you very much for everything you've done. And it's been an honor and pleasure all these years serving with you.
I just wanted to say a couple words. I'm trying to start the senior golf tour where you're over 70. And wow, what do you say? It's been a great run. Again, like John said, you're still going to see me around. A lot of people come up to me recently and said, "Oh, it's been nice knowing you," but I'm still going to be around. But I definitely am not going to be around as often. So you can take that to the bank. First of all, I'd like to thank Mike Levitt, John, and Mark Morgan for hiring me and believing in me all these years. Been a great team and great support from the three of them. Secondly, longevity and success do not happen without a great team around you. And I was very fortunate to have a great team around me. So I just want to thank you all. I wish you all continued success. And I wish Mark B., I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name, Mark B. I wish him the best as the new CFO of the Michaels organization, and to his team, and wish the best to everyone. And thank you. And again, I'll be around. I got a lot of history, and I know where a lot of things are, where they're at. So again, thank you all.
Thanks, Joe. We know where to find them. All right, so like Joe said, we're transitioning. He's transitioning everything to Mark Biancucci, our new CFO, and Mark's doing a fantastic job, taking us to the next level, and we'll continue to do so. So, Mark, I want to turn it over to you.
Yeah, so I'll just provide a bit of an update on the performance of the business year to date, and talk through some of the initiatives we're working on from a finance standpoint. I'll go through each of the business lines. I'll do that briefly because we've got a few others speaking to their businesses coming up. From a military housing standpoint, our business has performed exceptionally strongly and consistently for as far back as I've looked. We are seeing real opportunity and growth in earnings coming through with increased development activity going forward, and also with an acquisition that's sort of targeted a bit later in the second half. So very pleased to see that business continue to perform extremely well and continue to grow as we move forward. Our development companies are coming off a pretty challenging environment with high interest rates and high inflation the last few years. But what we're starting to see in the market now is equity interest returning. We're seeing deal flow improving from an affordable standpoint. We've had a number of closings and deals get completed this year and convert with permanent financing secured already. Jonathan will talk a little bit more about that when he gets to his update. And on the market side, we're pretty close to closing one deal. Fingers crossed that's happening today, if it hasn't already. But there's two further on the horizon that will really bolster our earnings and our development fees, and also acquisition and upfront fees over the next few months. So we're starting to see the performance of our development companies really improve and again, tracking well for our full year forecast. A shout out to our acquisition teams as well. Our both Section 8 and market rate acquisition teams have been very active in the market. We are closing deals in both parts of that business. We saw a couple of those assets earlier. We've got a couple of closings coming up for the second half. So again, very positive momentum there. Our operations team, the largest part of our business, has also made a great start to the year. Whether it's the military housing business, the market rate student housing business, have all been very active and performing in line with budget. Our affordable housing business, by far the largest portion of our portfolio. A big shout out to that group. There is a lot of work going on in that business. We are very focused on a small portion of that portfolio that is a little more challenged, but overall, that business remains extremely profitable, and we are continuing to actively manage that and as we move forward. So from a finance standpoint, I guess there's a few call outs I want to make. We are asking a lot of our teammates on the finance side. We're looking at changing our processes, trying to reduce manual work and improve our operating rhythm. With that, we're trying to bring in some additional tools for our business, create some dashboard reporting, eliminate some of the manual production that our team is spending time on. As we hit those milestones over the next couple of months, we'll really be looking for our team to be very proactive and very engaged and collaborating more across with the operations team as we go forward. So that's really the plan for the finance function, is to be more engaged, be proactive, support good decision making, provide transparency to our team so that they can act and make good decisions, which will ultimately improve the financial performance of the organisation. So that's really the ask of me from our finance group. We've had a few sessions on that already, and there'll be more to come. But overall, just to everybody in the organisation, I want to say thank you for the first half. There's been a lot of activity, really positive momentum across each of the business lines, and we'd love to see that continue and that continued effort go into the second half of the year.
All right, thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. Now we're going to go to our development update, start with Jonathan from the affordable, and then next we're going to talk about our student and market portfolio. Jonathan?
Thanks, John. Good afternoon, everyone. Really excited to be here. This is my first time participating in our town hall event since taking the reins of our affordable development business. And I wanted to take a step back, talk about where we stand today, take a look into the future, more importantly. And I want to convey right out of the gate that our business just has incredible momentum right now. Our development team is coordinating with teams across the organization like never before. We're operating with real discipline and managing what can be a very unpredictable and volatile business. But I want to emphasize that affordable housing is entirely a team sport. A development project is just numbers on a piece of paper until we get involved with our architect, our development team, our finance team, our property management and lease-up teams. You guys have to step in, and until then, a deal is just on paper, and you're the ones who bring it to fruition. So we simply cannot build new communities, can't preserve the ones that we have, or grow into the future unless we have the support and collaboration with every single one of you. Looking at what our collective teamwork is already delivering at Park Village in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and Duncan and Edwards in Las Vegas, our lease-up team successfully leased those properties to achieve 100% occupancy and preserve very critical federal financing. And across the country, we have more than a dozen active construction projects that require consistent management and coordination. Every day there is pure hustle and across our teams, and it's the exact reason we just celebrated beautiful ribbon cuttings in Charleston, South Carolina, and in Fairfax, Virginia. Because we're so good at our jobs, we have the leverage to source major new business and secure our own future. We just officially closed on the new construction of Alfred Kramer here in Camden, and we have 6 more closings scheduled before the end of the year. representing more than 600 new affordable housing units. This is why the best lenders in the country, tax credit investors, and housing authorities want to work with us. We just signed a massive agreement with the city of Philadelphia to preserve and rehabilitate thousands of units across the city. We're paving the way to closing our 6th phase of Jordan Downs in Los Angeles, and in the fall, we will close on the largest 4% tax credit deal in the history of the state of Hawaii. Heading forward, we are aggressively chasing a pipeline of new opportunities in key markets across the country. So whether you're working at the corporate office, handling legal paperwork, managing a property, leasing a unit, you have a direct hand in this company's future and success. And we thank you. We can't do what we do in development without you.
Thanks, Jonathan. Fantastic. Mick?
Spot on, Jonathan. I couldn't agree with you more on that. So I've got a couple of slides to put up. I'm always a proponent of a picture's worth 1,000 words. So perhaps just flipping over to the next slide there, and maybe just hit a, it will pop up there as we get through. What I wanted to do here is just demonstrate everything from the Michael student living side that the team is involved in. And again, as Jonathan's touched on, that the involvement right across the business of this creates. Anything that's up there in green is a project that we have in delivery. So you can see we're active across Syracuse, New York, Worcester, Massachusetts, and then down in San Diego, California at the moment. Anything that we have in blue there are deals that we're either closed or are looking to close now in 2026. And then the orange, as we get to the end of our life cycle and delivery of deals, are deals that we're actively leasing up, and at some point we'll probably look to dispose of or recapitalize if we can. I think from a headline perspective there, what that means for 2026 alone, new development of the delivery of more than 1,600 new units across 5 or 6 new developments. And as part of that, we'll have raised close to $200 million of new limited partner equity for those development deals. As Mark Biancucci touched on there as well, our acquisitions team has been exceptionally active there. And we see that there's a number of new acquisitions, close to or more than 1,000 beds of new student housing across a number of properties. And we know as well that there's a couple of other sites that we're actively under control and looking to potentially acquire in the second half of this year as well. And with that, there's more than 50 million of new LP equity coming in the door through those acquisitions. So just moving on as well, as touched on earlier, 21st of July 2026 is a really important date for me for 2 reasons. One, it's my second son's birthday today. As importantly, or maybe not quite as importantly, but just it feels like as importantly, we've also closed the lumber yard in Davis, California today, which is an exceptional result. Just given the path we've had to go down to get here. So a really huge win for the team to get to this point. And just in terms of calling out a couple of folks there, Scott Cooper, who's been the lead developer on this deal, and we've been working this deal for 3 or 4 years now. Christian Codogno with Tyler Bagley in particular on the capital markets and transaction side of things there. And then as importantly, Wade Tutt as part of George Dudo's team on the construction management side there, along with Casey Walsh and as part of Cherie's team as well, have been a huge part of getting this deal to this particular point in time. But in particular, I just wanted to, and maybe just we can flick through there and just see. So I've got some renderings there, so you can see. I was chatting to Scott earlier today, and Scott's comment to me on that, it's like, this thing's going to be sexy, and I agree. Like it's an amazing piece of real estate in a fantastic location. But really, from just seeing that video of Mike there again, just his mantra of going out a little further there. There's a couple of guys I really want to focus on here in terms of what's been achieved at the lumberyard, being Christian and Scott. The equity investor that we brought into this transaction is a group from Japan. The genesis of that relationship around 3 years ago now, we were approached by another Japanese group of investors who Christian cultivated and brought along, and we ultimately didn't get a deal closed with them, and that not through any fault of the deal or our own, probably more to do with our friend as the Attorney General in New Jersey at the time. Unperturbed, Christian kept in touch with his counterpart at that particular shop. That person moved to another shop in Japan. Happened to reach out to Christian probably about this time last year, asking about new development opportunities and where they could look to deploy equity with the Michaels organization. We're working through Lumberyard at the time. That came up. Christian with Scott then really started to engage more wholly with this investor over this time. I can literally know from looking at their call sheets and Q&A and due diligence questions, the two of those guys, along with Tyler, the management team, the construction team, answered north of 800, 900 due diligence questions from these investors. At all times kept faith, kept their trust, and ultimately has led to the position today where we're breaking ground with conventional debt and equity for the first time on a market rate deal, probably since we broke ground and closed on the Mason in Charlotte, which was over 3 years ago. So huge call out to that team. I think in terms of going out a little further, that team has exemplified that never say die attitude, the belief in the product that we're delivering, the belief in the opportunity. So I really want to congratulate that team and looking forward for more to come there. Thanks, John.
All right, thanks, Ben. Appreciate that. All good stuff. All right, last town hall, Eric Roberson, who runs our military, highlighted all the great things that are happening, in that portfolio. And we have a video here to show you some updates on the latest happenings in military.
Fort Leavenworth has always served as that jumping off point, the center of exploration, discovery, and now education. We look forward to carrying that legacy on well into the future. And thanks for coming to Fort Leavenworth today as we officially break ground on a project that will continue to make this the best hometown in the Army.
But we're really excited to bring this housing development to the community. This will be the first ground-up development that we have at Leavenworth, and since the IDP ended back in 2016.
Fort Benning is not just another installation. This is the cornerstone of our Army, the place where generations of soldiers have trained, and we at Heritage Landing and the Michaels organization are honored to serve the more than 3,500 families who call this installation home.
This is the single largest development that we have done since the initial development period. It's going to be 200 new homes, built-in builder quality that you would find in a market rate townhouse community out in towns.
Across the Army, we have about 86,000 homes that are owned by private developers like Michaels. We have six developers own all those homes, and I'm not going to stratify them and make some people sad and some people happy, but Michaels is up there. Out of the 6, right? Michaels is up there.
This year, our organization, as you've heard, has awarded $2.4 million in scholarship funds to military and affordable housing residents across our communities. And the number is very powerful, but what makes it meaningful is not just the number alone. It is what that investment is becoming through all of you.
Congratulations, and thank you all on my team as well as the Michaels team that were involved in bringing these families to life. We have more work to do, but we truly know that the families are the right investment and we're going to deliver. This will defend. Thank you for your time today.
That's really cool to see. Mike, Mike always said, and Mark touched on it, Mike's generosity. When we started the Education Foundation, Mike said, what better gift than the gift of education? Here to talk about our scholarship fundraising is our COO, Matt Sullivan. Matt?
Thanks, John. Hey, everybody. Like you just heard Dinah say in the video, we completed our Educational Foundation Scholarship Award process for our affordable and military residents. And awarded a record-breaking 271 scholarships totaling $2.4 million. On top of that, we awarded another 101 scholarships to Camden area students, totaling another $250,000. Since its inception in 1991, the Michaels Educational Foundation, which was started by our founder, Mike Levitt, and his wife, Pat, who still matches all donations 2-to-1, has awarded a mind-boggling $21 million in scholarships to date. It's just incredible. So, Mark, while not a preschool, Mike, Pat, Michaels, our teammates, our partners, have all just had a tremendous impact on the education of our residents. But our work is not done yet. We are in the midst of our fundraising efforts and have an amazing amount of support from our vendors, partners, senior leaders, and our teammates. And this year we have a goal of raising $1.7 million. If you would like to, and if not already donated so far this year, please consider doing so, either through the One Cause QR code shown here, through your personal giving campaigns in UKG, or a check to the Michaels Educational Foundation. And last but not least, our 2026 Michaels Employee Scholarship Program. At the town hall in March, you heard Melissa Rivera-Quiles provide her heartwarming story of how the Michaels Employee Scholarship Program changed her life and has catapulted her to her current role of Senior Director of Operations Support. And no doubt we have other aspiring stories like that out there amongst our teammates. This unique program is 100% funded by the generosity of Mike and Pat Levitt, and I'm proud to announce that this year we awarded 50 scholarships totaling $301,500. So congratulations, scholars. Best of luck in your upcoming school year. And with that, I would like to hand it over to Christy Kalo. She's off screen over here to my right for her HR update.
Thanks, Matt. Today I want to spend some time sharing some updates about the work we're doing across HR to support our teammates, leaders, and organization. We continue to invest in teammate wellness because supporting our teammates goes beyond the workplace. Wellness is about helping everyone take steps towards improving and maintaining their overall health. This year's wellness program provides opportunities for teammates and eligible spouses to earn rewards by completing key activities. For medically enrolled teammates, completing an annual physical and Know Your Numbers assessment will provide you a $50 wellness reward each pay period. Medically enrolled spouses who complete the same requirements can also earn an additional $50 wellness reward per pay period. In addition, medically enrolled teammates and spouses can earn a $500 cash milestone bonus by completing a biometric screening. To qualify, you must complete all of these activities by April 17th, 2027. All teammates have the opportunity to earn PTO hours by participating in wellness activities throughout the year. The goal is to make wellness accessible, encourage healthy habits, and reward teammates for taking action. Next, I want to talk about talent management. Our focus continues to center around 3 key areas: development, growth, and engagement. These themes are at the heart of how we attract, retain, and grow great talent. Over the coming months, you will see continued investment in programs that support teammates at every stage of their career journey, from onboarding new teammates to building skills, developing leaders, and creating opportunities for career growth. Some of the areas that we're focused on include enhanced onboarding experiences, customized learning paths, a new maintenance training program, individual development plans, mentorship opportunities, manager development, leadership programs, talent reviews, and listening to teammates through engagement surveys. Our goal is to create a consistent experience where every teammate understands the opportunities available to them and has the tools and support needed to be successful. One of the ways we continue to invest in our future is through our summer internship program. Internships provide the opportunity to introduce talented individuals to our organization and to give them meaningful hands-on experience and showcase the work we do. Our interns are not here just to observe. They are contributing, learning, and bringing their fresh perspectives to our teams. We're proud of the partnership between our leaders, managers, and teammates who've helped create a valuable experience for our 20 summer interns this year. A special thank you to Megan Farnan and our talent acquisition team for putting together such an amazing program. Everything we are investing in, from our onboarding experience, learning programs, leadership development, wellness initiatives, internship program, and talent processes, are designed around one goal, and that's creating an environment where teammates can be successful and have opportunities to grow. I want to encourage every teammate to take advantage of the opportunities that are available to you, have conversations with your leaders about your goals, seek feedback, and think about where you want to continue growing with Michaels. Thank you.
Thank you, Christy. And just a comment on too, we have 20 some interns this summer. We had 1,700 people apply for an internship at Michaels. So that just speaks volumes to the quality of our teammates and people wanting to come here to enjoy this experience and be a Michaels teammate and live lives. So thank you for that, Christy. And now, Laura, we're going to do some questions.
Yeah, I want to thank all the teammates who submitted questions in advance. Many of them were for our property management teammates, and since management just had a meeting last week, many of those were already answered. If some of the questions were more of an individual concern, so those will be answered directly by email if they haven't already, but all the questions will be answered. So I'd like to address this first question to any member of the senior leadership team who would like to answer. As leadership looks ahead 3 to 5 years, what opportunities and risks are most likely to shape the organization? And beyond revenue growth, how will leadership define success? Who would like to start?
I can start, Laura. I think maybe starting at the back of the question, perhaps at least from my point of view, in terms of what defines success. Yeah, I think, there's a lot that can go into that. For me, and we've been doing some work recently just around, really looking at our goals and vision and the like for the organization. For me, quite simply, success in 3 to 5 years is about ensuring that we continue to create communities that lift lives. And so I think, for each of us there, as part of coming into work every day, mentally thinking, what am I doing here today that's going to help create a community that lifts lives? And I think, with that sort of mantra, that will ultimately get us to where we need to be from a success point of view. That's sort of my thoughts.
Yeah, I think to add to that, Mick, in a more broad way, it's I would define success as keeping the legacy of Mike alive, keeping the mission alive of the organization, and keeping the culture alive and well. I think we've developed a tremendous culture here at Michaels, and something I'm very proud of being a part of for so many years, and I hope we can keep that rolling. Got lots of new faces coming in, new blood coming into the leadership here, and I think they're all embracing that culture. Of course, it'll tweak a little bit based on their backgrounds and so forth, but just really proud of what we're doing. And to look forward 3 to 5 years, challenges, and it's really hard because you think about how quickly the markets can change, things that happen. I mean, think back to the COVID outbreak and the impact that had on us as an organization. Nobody would have ever seen that coming. So I think the challenge is not knowing what's coming, but being prepared for anything and being through kind of these ups and downs, these cycles before, and being ready to address them as you hit them again.
I totally agree, and I gave a similar answer to the intern onboarding a month or two ago, whenever it was. And we're going to be successful if we have increased coordination amongst our teams. We have 18 different operating companies within this organization, which is just huge. And to the extent that we can continue to coordinate internally between our teams, we're going to be able to create communities that lift lives and carry on Mike's legacy.
And I think we've done a lot in the past. It's been a ton of change in the past 2 or 3 years, and we've done a lot to future-proof Michaels. We're leaner, we're stronger, we're faster. We've improved our systems across the board. We communicate better. And so I think our real opportunity is going to be that we're going to be so much better than the competition. And as such, we're going to be able to attack a lot of development opportunities that other development companies can't. And conversely, our biggest risk is not focusing on the best opportunities. So we're going to have a lot of opportunity, and I think we have to take advantage of that.
Did you want to say anything? Okay. I think that's good. Okay. Thank you. There were also several questions. I know you just addressed the wellness and the healthcare, Christy, but there were several questions about the new health insurance plan. So maybe you want to speak to any resources for teammates who might be finding it difficult or experiencing issues.
Sure. So an email went out towards the end of June to all teammates that are enrolled in the Lucent medical plan. And I would encourage teammates to, review that email, look at the flyer. Change is unsettling, but we have a team of support at PermaFair that is ready, able to help our teammates work through any provider issues or barriers that they're running into. We've had 129 teammates reach out to the PermaFair team so far, and of that, 95 of those cases have been closed successfully. So there are tools and resources. The last thing that should happen is, teammates shouldn't be spending their own money out of pocket for medical expenses. There are processes in place to assist. So I would strongly encourage anybody enrolled in the Lucent plan that is having difficulties to call that number on the back of your ID card. Select number 2 as the option. You'll be transferred to the PermaFair team. And not only will they work with you, they'll reach out to your providers. They'll escalate issues as needed until things get resolved. And, if you hit a brick wall there, feel free to reach out to me because I've also, been able to assist and escalate things even further. But I strongly encourage you just to, follow the instructions, leverage the PermaFair team to help get your issues sorted out.
Okay, thank you. There are not any live questions at the moment, and that was the majority of the questions that were submitted in advance. So I'll just take this opportunity to remind everybody about our National Day of Service, which will be coming up in October, and turn it back over to you.
All right, thanks, Laura. And again, every question, there's a lot of personal questions in there just applied to the individual sending the emails, and all emails will be answered. And certainly appreciate those questions and keep them coming. It's certainly important for us to communicate that to all our teammates and what's on your mind and talking about what's going on in Michael. So please keep those questions coming. So we're going to go around to the participating sites for goodbye, and I'll say a few more words after that.
She almost fell off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys all for doing that every time. It's awesome to see our sites get together and do that. I'm just wondering, what was a shark doing in space? I'm still confused about that. But thanks again for everything you do. I'm super proud to be your teammate. There's a lot of positivity going on. Our pipeline has never been stronger on the both affordable and on the market student rate side. Our management company is growing every single day. Everybody wants to be part of the Michaels family. So thank you for everything you do. Certainly could not do it without all our teammates being on the same page. Enjoy your summer. Go out and do something fun. And remember, with Mike's legacy, it's the cultures is what separates us from every other company there is in the country, and culture is everyone's job, right? It's all our teammates to have that culture and bring it together, challenge each other, challenge your managers, and by doing that, you're going to make us a better organization, and we're going to be better every single day. So thank you again. Enjoy your summer, and thanks again.